Hello, how are you tonight?
Hello.
Did Norma get in touch with you? Oh, okay. Well, um, the no, Norma Guzman and Nancy are ready to go on to level 1. And I really don't think that Matthew is. I think Matthew needs to go back through this level again. And so I would like to have a class for Matthew and you on this level. And see, we are in unit 11 and there's only 12 units. So we're getting toward the end of the book. And then for the other two, have a class for them. So, and I would appreciate it if you and Matthew would let me know when you're not going to be able to come. Like tonight, Norma Guzman had to tell me that her son is sick. And so she's not going to be able to come because she's taking him to the doctor. So it's very helpful to know if you can't be here, and just a little message, just I'm not going to be able to be there, not going to be able to be in class, something like that. That would be very helpful. Well, here's Nancy. Hello, Nancy.
Hello, Mrs. Wanda. Hi, Luisa.
Hello.
Norma Guzman is not going to be able to be here tonight. Her son is sick, and so she's got to take him to the doctor, and she doesn't think she's going to be able to be back in time to come to class. So she's just going to watch the recording.
Oh.
So Louisa, do you know anything about Matthew?
He doesn't ask my message.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started then, and hopefully he'll be able to join us. We're in the work. Well, let's start with the verse. I get ahead of myself sometimes. You don't ever do anything like that, do you? Okay, so let me move this over a little bit. Okay, so it says, teach children how they should live, and they will remember it all their life.
Mhm.
And this is found in Proverbs 22:6. And teaching them how they should live is a whole lot more than just punishment. Punishment really isn't the goal here. It's training. It's helping them to learn this is the best thing to do, not that. And teaching, just like you have to teach them how to walk and how to eat, so they're not all messy and everything. In school, they have to learn how to add and subtract and read. Well, we need to teach them how they ought to live, the way that God wants us to live. Okay, let's look at our vowels. So what is this one?
A,
And this one?
E,
And this one?
I,
And this one?
O,
And this one?
U.
Okay. And I think we've encountered enough problems that we know it's very helpful, especially with the E and the I.
Mhm.
Okay, some of the text will be on page 186. Is where we'll start on it. But we're actually going to start on the workbook on page 129. That's where we stopped last week. And in this part, there's been a lot of different ailments, body parts, things like that. Well, it's beginning to transition to addresses. And so in this part, there is a word that goes in each of these spaces, and it's based on the words there on page 128, those descriptions on page 128. And then it's the numbers. Okay, some words that we've had that are a problem is this one is should. The SH is sh, and then the D. The OU is a sound, but you don't pronounce that L. So it's just should. So that's something, you should get up in the morning. You should go to work. You should eat, things like that. Things that you ought to do. Would is something that you would do if you could. Like maybe if I have some extra time, I'll do that. But it's not something that you have to do. Okay, and it's pronounced kind of like wood, like the wood in a room. I've got wood in a dresser, and I've got wood in a chest of drawers, and wood in the table. And it's pronounced the same. Not spelled at all the same, but it's pronounced the same. And then could is something that you can, it's a possibility, but maybe I could ask, could you do this for me? Or like for instance, maybe when I had to hang a mirror, I talked with a neighbor, could you help me hang this mirror? So it's asking, would you do it? It's asking, please do it, but it's not a demand. It's a request. Should is closer to a demand. Would is not a demand at all, and could is not a demand. Okay, let's go on to the workbook, page 129. Getting close. Here we are. Okay. In this one, it's describing emergencies. And actually, that's what we talked about a lot last time, was emergencies. So 911 is the number where we call here in the United States when there is some kind of emergency. Like my neighbor across the street has her mother living with her, and she had an emergency, so they called 911 and the ambulance came to pick her up. Another neighbor had a fire start in their kitchen, and so they called 911 to get the firemen to come and put it out. And you call 911 for anything, someone breaking into your house, an accident of some kind, a health issue of some kind, a fire of some kind. Pretty much you use 911 to get help of that kind, even police. Like someone broke into my house, okay, then I would call 911. I wouldn't call the police station because 911 would help me give the right information. So these are emergencies, and again, it's listening to what they're saying and filling in blank places. So we're going to listen to them, and I'll play it twice, and then we'll see if we need to play it again.
Page 129, exercise C. Listen. Write the missing words and numbers. 1,
911. What's your emergency?
There is a building on fire.
Where are you?
1402 Oak Avenue in Park City.
What's the cross street?
3rd Street.
2,
911. What's your emergency?
My friend is having a heart attack.
Where are you?
8756 Park Avenue in River City.
What's the cross street?
1st Street.
3,
911. What's your emergency?
Someone robbed my house.
Where are you?
4739 3rd Avenue in Maple City.
What's the cross street?
Main Street.
4,
911. What's your emergency?
There was a car accident.
Where are you?
3289 4th Avenue in Green City.
What's the cross street?
Lake Street.
page 129, exercise C. Listen. Write the missing words and numbers. 1,
911. What's your emergency?
There is a building on fire.
Where are you?
1402 Oak Avenue in Park City.
What's the cross street?
3rd Street.
2,
911. What's your emergency?
My friend is having a heart attack.
Where are you?
8756 Park Avenue in River City.
What's the cross street?
1st Street.
3,
911. What's your emergency?
Someone robbed my house.
Where are you?
4739 3rd Avenue in Maple City.
What's the cross street?
Main Street.
4,
911. What's your emergency?
There was a car accident.
Where are you?
3289 4th Avenue in Green City.
What's the cross street?
Lake Street.
Do I need to play it again?
No.
Okay. So, Nancy, read number 1, filling in the blanks. Just read the whole thing of number 1.
Okay. 911. What's your emergency? There is a building on fire. Where are you? 1402 Oak Avenue in Park City. What's the cross street? 3rd Street.
Okay, now Louisa, read number 2, please.
911. What's your emergency? My brain is having a heart attack. Where are you? 756 Park Avenue in the River City. What's the cross street? 1st Street.
Okay, Nancy, number 3.
911. What's your emergency? Someone robbed my house. Where are you? 4739 3rd Avenue in Maple City. What's the cross street? Main Street.
Okay, that word is robbed.
Road.
Robbed.
Raw.
Yeah, robbed.
Raw.
Remember that vowels in English have a lot of different sounds.
Raw.
And now robe, I'll just make a break here. R-O-B-E, like something that you would wear. That would be spelled R-O-B-E, robe.
Rope. Okay.
Okay, so this is robbed.
Raw.
And I don't know how you're going to indicate it for Spanish because there's just one for each Spanish verb, isn't there? Or vowel. Okay, and then Louisa, number 4.
Yeah, 911, what's your emergency? There was a car accident. Where are you? 3289 4th Avenue in a Green City. What's the current street? Lake Street.
Okay, now any questions?
Mhm.
All right, these are conversations. So let's start out with Nancy is A and Louisa is B.
Okay. 911, what's your emergency?
There is a building on fire.
Where are you?
1402 Oak Avenue in Park City.
What's the cross street?
3rd Street.
911, what's your emergency?
My friend is having a heart attack.
Where are you?
8756 Park Avenue in River City.
What's the cross street?
1st Street.
911, what's your emergency?
Someone broke my house.
Where are you?
4739 3rd Avenue in Maple City.
What's the cross street?
Main Street.
911, what's your emergency?
There was a car accident.
Where are you?
3289 4th Avenue in a Green City.
What's the cross street?
Lake Street.
Okay, so now there was rob, that was one problem, but this thing is maple.
Maple.
And when a word, especially a short word, ends in E, and the vowel in front of it is long. So it's maple, or row, R-O, row, and you don't say the E. Now that's one rule that is pretty much the way it is all the time. A lot of English rules, they have so many exceptions, you can learn the exceptions and they're longer than the rules. Okay, so Louisa, UBA, and Nancy, UBB.
911, what's your emergency?
A building on fire.
Where are you?
1402 Oak Avenue in Park City.
What's the cross street?
3rd Street.
911, what's your emergency?
My friend is having a heart attack.
Where are you?
8756 Park Avenue in River City.
What's the cross street?
1st Street.
911, what's your major emergency?
Someone robbed my house.
Where are you?
4739 3rd Avenue in Maple City,
What's the cross street?
Main Street.
911, what's your emergency?
There was a car accident.
Where are you?
3289 4th Avenue in Green City,
What's the cross street?
Lake Street.
Okay, do you want to do it again?
No.
No? Okay. So now we'll go back to the other book. And in page 186, this is a textbook. I'm gonna have to change the CD, but it's life skills, understand a medicine label. And so here are several different kinds of medicines and it's instructions. And so you're going to listen and point and listen and repeat. And I need to get that CD out and change it. Okay, in looking at the different things, do you have any question just in looking at them? Okay.
Page 189, exercise C. Listen again and read.
My name
Wait a
is
minute,
Mariam.
wait a minute, wait a
I'm
minute. Let's try this one.
186,
There we go.
exercise B. Listen for the information about each medicine.
No, let's go back one more.
Page 186,
I can't read.
exercise A. Listen and point.
This is it.
Cough syrup, aspirin, prescription medicine, 1 teaspoon, tablets, capsules, every 4 hours, every 6 hours, twice a day. Listen and repeat. Cough syrup, aspirin,
Aspirin,
prescription medicine,
prescription medicine,
1 teaspoon,
1 teaspoon,
1 teaspoon.
tablets,
tablets,
capsules,
capsule,
every 4 hours,
every 4 hours,
Every 4
every
hours.
6 hours,
Every 6
every
hours.
6 hours,
twice a day.
twice a day, a day.
Okay, any questions? All right, the next part is listen for information about each medicine and circle A or B. So this would be like, it's telling about it and it's that she's taking, well, like number 1, she's taking either aspirin or cough syrup. Now, they pronounce syrup as 2 different separate syllables. I can't pronounce it as syrup. Oh, well.
Page 186, exercise B. Listen for the information about each medicine. Circle A or B. Conversation 1. Are you okay? You have a bad cough.
I know. I'm taking cough syrup.
How much are you taking?
I'm taking 2 teaspoons every 4 hours.
I hope you feel better soon. Conversation 2.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
I don't feel well. I have a fever and an ear infection.
Oh, that's too bad. Are you taking medicine?
Yes, I'm taking some prescription medicine.
That's good. How often do you take it?
I have to take 1 capsule twice a day with food.
I hope you feel better soon.
Okay, let's listen to it again. Any questions at this point? Okay,
Page 186, exercise B. Listen for the information about each medicine. Circle A or B. Conversation 1. Are you okay? You have a bad cough.
I know. I'm taking cough syrup.
How much are you taking?
I'm taking 2 teaspoons every 4 hours.
I hope you feel better soon. Conversation 2.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
I don't feel well. I have a fever and an ear infection.
Oh, that's too bad. Are you taking medicine?
Yes, I'm taking some prescription medicine.
That's good. How often do you take it?
I have to take 1 capsule twice a day with food.
I hope you feel better soon.
okay, do we need to play it again?
No.
Okay, so Louisa, read number 1, please, and give us the right answer.
Conversation number 1, just
Yes, conversation 1, number 1, just number 1, not 1 and 2. Just
the
the-
woman. The woman is taking cough syrup.
okay. And then, okay, now it's done. Okay, number 2, Nancy.
Okay. She should take 2 teaspoons every 4 hours.
Okay, and number 3, Louisa.
Man is taking prescription medicine.
Okay, and number 4, Nancy.
The directions say take 1 capsule 2 times a day with food.
Okay, any questions?
No.
All right, let's go on then to page, well, to the next page. Okay, here we go. So on this aspirin bottle, read the directions on the label, and then you're going to answer the questions down there on part D. And it's not questions, it's more like fill in the blank. Okay, is everyone finished?
Mhm.
All right, Nancy, what's number 1?
The medicine is for pain and fever.
Okay, and number 2, Louisa?
Ben has a headache and fever. He should take some aspirin.
Okay, and that first one is headache. Yeah, I know, it doesn't look like that's what it should be, but that well, let's go up here. ACHE is ache.
Ache.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's English. And some things you just have to learn. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, and Nancy, number 3.
Ben is 25 years old. He should take 2 tablets.
Okay, and Louisa, number 4.
Ben should take the aspirin every 4 hours.
Okay, and Nancy, number 5.
After 5 days, Ben still has a fever. He should see a doctor.
Okay, any questions?
No.
All right. So from this, of course, we'll go back to the workbook, and that's page 130. So on these, it says, look at the pictures and circle A or B. And if you need to, you can go look at the pictures in the other book. These are the same pictures as in the workbook. Same pictures and description. Okay, is everyone finished?
Mhm.
All right, so Nancy, what's number 1, please?
Number 1, letter B, aspirin.
Okay, and number 2, Louisa?
Letter A, 1 teaspoon.
Okay, and letter 3, Nancy?
Letter A, every 4 hours.
And Louisa, number 4?
Letter B, tablet.
And number 5, Nancy?
Twice a day.
Okay. Yeah, it's twice.
Twice.
And see, it's a word ending with an E that's silent. So it makes the I say I.
Twice.
Mhm.
Twice. Twice. A ver.
Which basically means 2 times. Okay, and number 6, Louisa.
Letter A, cow, syrup.
And I don't know, I pronounce it kind of cough.
Huh?
Yeah, I know it's got an O-U-G-H. I just pronounce it like off
Cough.
with a C in the front, cough.
Cough.
And people say that I have a accent. Oh, well, I'm not from Tennessee. I'm from New Mexico.
Mm.
So that's my New Mexico accent. If you can't understand me, sorry.
Mm.
All right. Now, Nancy, number 7.
Every 6 hours. Letter A.
And Louisa.
Letter B, capsules.
And Nancy.
Letter A. Prescription medicine.
Okay. Any questions on any of those?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
When twins write the same to twice, twins, the 2-person twins, born
Okay.
time.
I don't think I'm understanding your question. Ask me again.
Or when you born with other person is twins,
Mhm.
is write the same to twice a day? Is the same writing?
No, it's actually spelled differently. TWICE is 2 times a day.
Uh-huh.
And twin, TWINS,
Twins,
twin.
2-person to born in the same time.
Yes,
Twins and twice. Twins and twice.
yes.
Okay.
I grew up with twins and you couldn't tell them apart until you started talking with them. Their personality was different, but their appearance was exactly the same.
Yes, twins and twice.
Yes.
Twice and twins.
And the difference is the N there. I lost my, here it is. Okay. The N for twin.
Twin.
It actually has IN and you actually say it in,
Twin.
you know, like come in out of the rain, twins.
Twins. Okay. And twice. Twice. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Anything else?
Mhm.
All right. I've got to change CDs again. Okay. In part B, it says play track 72 and listen, read the sentences and circle yes or no. So, you know, if it's describing what it's saying, then it's a yes, but if it's different, then it's definitely a no.
Page 130, exercise B. Listen. Read the sentences. Circle yes or no.
Hi, Miguel. How are you?
I don't feel well. I have a fever and an ear infection.
Oh, that's too bad. Are you taking medicine?
Yes, I'm taking prescription medicine.
That's good. How often do you take it?
I have to take 2 tablets twice a day with water.
I hope you feel better soon.
Okay, do I need to play it again?
Mhm.
Okay,
Page 130, Exercise B. Listen. Read the sentences. Circle yes or no.
Hi, Miguel. How are you?
I don't feel well. I have a fever and an ear infection.
Oh, that's too bad. Are you taking medicine?
Yes, I'm taking prescription medicine.
That's good. How often do you take it?
I have to take 2 tablets twice a day with water.
I hope you feel better soon.
Should I play it again?
No.
Okay, so number 1, Louisa.
Miguel doesn't feel well, the answer is yes.
Okay, and number 2, Nancy.
He has a fever and headache. No.
So what is wrong?
He have infection to eating.
Yes, yes. And that gives you a headache, but you take something different for it. Okay, and number 3, Louisa.
He is taking prescription medicine is yes.
Okay, and number 4, Nancy.
The directions say take 2 tablets twice a day. Yes.
Okay, and good save.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's twice.
Right.
Remember, twin has an N in it and twice doesn't.
Okay.
It's, I don't know, there might be something else that'll help you remember, but that's something that I'm thinking of right off.
Mhm.
Okay, Louisa, number 5.
The directions say take the medicine with food, the answer is no,
So how are you supposed to take it?
with water.
Yes, just with water. And the thing about taking it with food is that usually it's hard on your esophagus. You take it and then it kind of sticks there somewhere and gives you trouble. So you take it with food to be sure that it goes on down and doesn't give any problems. All right. Page 131 is again looking at the bottle and the information. And let me warn you, the information is a little different. I mean, it's not the same as the last one. Okay. So, Nancy, what's number 1?
The medicine is for pain and fever.
Okay, and Louisa, number 2.
Sarah has a headache and fever. She should take some aspirin.
Yeah, that's that should. And you don't say that L.
Should.
It's one of those words that we're going to encounter a lot. So that's why I tried to say something about it ahead of time. All right, and number 3, Nancy.
Sarah is 32 years old. She should take 1 tablet.
Okay, and number 4, Louisa.
Sarah should take the medicine every day, 6 hours.
Okay, and number 5, Nancy.
Sarah should take the medicine with water.
Okay, and number 6, Louisa.
After 6 days, Sarah still has fever. She should see a doctor.
Okay, any questions? All right, then back to the text, page 188. Now see, this is the end of unit 11. We're that close to the end.
Mhm.
All right, so look at the pictures here and what do you think is going on in number 1?
It's a woman.
Okay, and number 2?
Is a doctor office.
Yes. And but does it look like here in the United States?
No.
You look at what they're wearing and it doesn't look like the United States, does it?
No.
Okay, and number 3?
2 women taking.
Okay, and number 4?
Uh,
November.
November is important. November 7th for 3
Okay,
years.
and it's several different years, isn't it? Not 2009, 2010, 2011. So it's something that happens maybe once a year.
Mhm.
Okay, and number 5?
She went to the grocery.
And number 6?
She has a question.
Yes. What should I do? Okay, so let's listen to the story.
Page 188. Exercise B. Listen to the story.
My name is Mariam. I'm 45 years old. In my country, people go to the doctor when they are sick. Now, my family and I are in the United States. My daughter is 23 years old. She says that women here have a checkup every year. She says it's important. But I feel healthy. I don't feel sick. Why should I go to a doctor?
Okay, any questions about the story? All right, so in on page 189, part C, it says listen again and read.
Page 189. Exercise C. Listen again and read.
My name is Mariam.
My
I'm
name.
45 years old. In my country, people go to the doctor when they are sick. Now, my family and I are in the United States. My daughter is 23 years old. She says that women here have a checkup every year. She says it's important. But I feel healthy. I don't feel sick. Why should I go to a doctor?
Okay, so there's the story all written out. And then part D is question, well, sentences. If it's in the story, it's yes. If it's not in the story, it's no. Okay, is everyone finished? All right, so Louisa, what's number 1?
Mariam is 40 years old. Is no,
So how old is she?
45.
Well, yes. Oh, I was thinking of 46. Sorry about that. Yes, you are correct. All right, and number 2, Nancy.
In Marian's country, healthy people go to a doctor? No.
Who goes to the doctor?
When the people are sick.
Okay, and so number 3, Louisa.
In the United States, women have checkup every year. The answer is yes.
Okay, and number 4, Nancy.
Marian is sick and wants to go to a doctor? No. She feels healthy.
So she kind of thinks, well, why should I go to the doctor? I don't feel bad.
Mm,
But then it doesn't say this, but there are also specific women checkups that are specific for women. Now, men should go to the doctor once a year as well, but there are things that a woman needs to have checked every year to keep healthy. Okay, so then on part E and F, think about these questions and then write your answers, write your information. And this is about you. Okay, is everyone finished? All right. Nancy, tell us about you and your country and
okay. How often do people go to a doctor? In Puerto Rico, recommend that women have a checkup every year to mammography and Papa Nicolau or year. Why do they go to a doctor when they are sick or for the checkup?
okay. And I think one of the reasons Puerto Rico has these kinds of ideas is because there are a lot of people from the United States that live there.
Sorry, what? Repeat the question.
I think that people in Puerto Rico, there are a lot of people from the United States who live there, and so they have brought their ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas maybe the pictures in about this lady in the book, it kind of looks like maybe someplace like Africa or something like that, where maybe they haven't had that much education.
In this moment in Puerto Rico have a big problem because the doctor live to here to United States. And when you need to go to the doctor, the appointment may be 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, because the doctor live to Puerto Rico. Don't have a lot doctor in this moment, especially when to the doctor have one specialty, una especialidad, neuro
Specialities.
specialty, neurocirujano, especially in one thing, don't have a lot. A unit appointment maybe 6 months, 3 months, 2 months. Don't have appointment too near for the next week to the two week. No, you need to wait months.
So Puerto Rico needs more doctors
Yes,
that live there.
but the live in Puerto Rico are not good, and the doctor have the license and they can work here, and a lot doctor move to here to United States to work because the license is the same.
And probably they can make a whole lot more per appointment. So, okay. Louisa, tell about you in your country.
In Colombia, doctors recommend go to the doctor 2 times a year, but people here do not do this. It's just when they feel so bad. And maybe is if you have Nancy, how do you say si tienes como diabetes o la presión arterial alta, algo así?
When to have the diabetes or blood pressure, high blood pressure.
Yeah, high blood pressure.
High blood pressure and diabetes.
And these things, just this. More, no. It's more como casero.
Okay.
Like
use, medicine in the house of.
Okay.
Medicine in the culture medicine.
And do people raise plants for medicine?
Yes.
Yeah. Because you have to.
Another crazy things to feel better, and it's weird.
Okay. So any questions about any of this? All right, now let's go to page 132 in the workbook. And of course, this is that same story. And basically, you are reading the story and you're putting the story in order. Which sentence came first, which sentence came second, which sentence came third. And for me, the easiest way might be just to put the numbers there on the sentences. After each period, I put a number. Number 1 is my name is Mariam, and just kind of go from there and you know, put numbers for them. Okay, is everyone finished?
Mhm.
All right. So Nancy was number 1
My name is Mariel.
and number 2, Louisa.
I'm 45 years old.
And number 3, Nancy.
In my country, people go to the doctor when they are sick.
Number 4, Louisa.
Now my family and I are in the United States.
And number 5, Nancy.
My daughter is 23 years old.
And number 6, Lisa.
She says that women here have the checkup every year.
And number 7, Nancy.
She say it's important.
And number 8, Lisa.
But I feel healthy.
And number 9, Nancy.
I don't feel sick.
Number 10, Louisa.
Why should I go to the doctor?
Okay, here is, you know, a lot of nouns to make them plural, you use just add an S. Men and women, you don't. So men, one man is M-A-N, plural is M-E-N. Woman, one is M-A-N, and the plural is M-E-N, but you pronounce the W-O-M-A-N, woman, and you pronounce the W-O-M-E-N as women.
Women.
Yeah. You don't pronounce them the same or even close to the same. That whoa, it woes you. So it's women is the plural. Okay. Now part B is writing the sentences, and there aren't enough lines to write them out like they are in part A. It's best to do them in paragraph form like it's in the story in the other book. But we're not going to take the time to do that now. We're going to go on to page 133, and it says part A, well, phonics, the sounds of E as in sleep and I as in. So sleep sounds like E, but in, that sounds like I. Doesn't sound at all like I, it's I. So in part A, I'll play track 74 and you listen and you write either an E or an I.
Page 133, exercise A. Listen, write E or I. 1,
sick,
2,
sleep,
3,
sit,
4,
see,
5,
street,
6,
drink,
7,
his,
8,
weak,
9,
feel,
10,
sink,
11,
knee,
12.
listen,
Okay, I'm gonna play it
Page
again.
133, exercise A. Listen, write E or I. 1,
sick,
2,
sleep,
3,
sit,
4,
see,
5,
street,
6,
drink,
7,
his,
8,
weak,
9,
feel,
10,
sink,
11,
knee,
12,
listen,
Do I need to play it again?
Mm,
Okay, so Louisa, what's number 1?
Sick.
Oh, and spell it out, S-I-C-K.
S-I-C-K.
Okay, and number 2, Nancy,
Sleep, S-L-E-E-P.
and number 3, Louisa,
Sit, S-E-S-I-T.
yes.
Eh.
And there is S-E-T, but it's pronounced set. So, you know, it would be, and there's a seat, like you sit down on a seat, but that's E-A-T. So, yuck. So if it's 2 E's, it's an E, and we're not doing those on the number 3. That's just sit. Okay, and number 4, Nancy,
T-S-E-E.
and number 5, Louisa,
S-T-R-E-E-T.
okay, and number 6, Nancy,
Drink, D-R-I-N-K.
and number 7, Louisa,
H-A-I-S.
okay, and number 8, Nancy,
Week, W-E-E-K.
and number 9, Louisa,
F-E-E-F.
and number 10, Nancy,
Sink, S-I-N-K.
and number 11, Louisa.
K-N-E-E.
Okay, now part B starts with the same word, but the words are going to be totally different. It's going to be, the rest of them are all different. And so I'll play it through several times, but if you need help with one, we'll just go ahead and do that one together, because this list of words is not going to be the same as the list in A. Okay, here we go.
page 133, exercise B. Listen, write the words. 1, sick. 2, in. 3, knee. 4, it. 5, teeth. 6, weak. 7, listen. 8, practice. 9, feel. 10, sleeves. Page 133, exercise B. Listen, write the words. 1, sick. 2, in. 3, knee. 4, it. 5, teeth. 6, weak. 7, listen. 8, practice. 9, feel. 10, sleeves.
Okay, do I need to play it again?
Letter and number 5. I'm confused. Teeth.
Yes.
Teeth.
Well, let's play it through again, and then we'll go through and check it.
133, exercise B. Listen, write the words. 1. Sick.
Sick.
2. In. 3.
Knee.
Knee. 4. It.
It's
5.
it's
Teeth.
teeth.
6. Weak. 7. Listen. 8. Practice. 9. Feel. 10. Sleeves.
Okay, do I need to play it again?
Mm.
Okay. Number 5 isn't that bad. It's like those in part A with the E sound.
No.
It's teeth.
A thief. 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 Okay. Thief. Thief.
Okay, so then Nancy, what's number 1?
Sick. S-I-C-K.
And Louisa, number 2?
In. I-N.
Yes. And number 3, Nancy?
Knee. K-N-E-E.
Yes. And number 4, Louisa?
I-T. It.
Yes. And number 5, Nancy?
Thief. T-E-E-T-H.
Yes. Was it that you weren't, they didn't register as these things, teeth,
Thief.
or it just wasn't registering?
I cannot understand.
You didn't understand what was being said?
Yes, things the dientes, sí.
Oh, okay. Well, it was pretty simple. Now, there are words that aren't that as simple, but based on what we did on part A, it wasn't quite as bad as it could have been.
Mhm.
All right, Louisa, number 6.
Week. W-E-E-K.
And number 7, Nancy.
Listen, L-I-S-T-E-N.
And this is one of those words that you really don't say that T. Most people say it listen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and number 8, Louisa.
Practice. P-R-A-C-T-I-C-E.
Perfect. Okay, and number 9, Nancy.
Feel, F-E-E-L.
And number 10, Louisa.
Sleep. S-L-E-E-P.
Well, it has an ES on the end of it. It's plural, it's sleeves, you know, for both sleeves. So it has the ES on the end of it. And when it's not plural, it's just S-L-E-E-V-E. It still has that E. So it's full of E's. But making it plural, all you do is add the S on the spelling.
I have 4 incorrect.
Okay. So basically, practice, 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 practice,
Yes.
practice, practice. And really, Nancy, with the boys there, you could use a lot of English just with them. Maybe just set aside a time when you only speak English.
I know.
Okay, and then we're ready for the other book. And actually, we are at the end of Unit 11. Okay, so part 1 read the words out loud. So,
What page?
oh, page 190, 190. Okay, so Nancy, you read one, and then Louisa, you read one.
Okay. Sleep,
Knee,
see,
weak,
teeth,
sleeps,
feel,
feet,
streets.
Okay, any question? See, there's sleeves and teeth. Okay. So, and then in part C, again, you do the same thing. So let's start with Louisa. You read the first one on part C.
in,
Sit,
listen,
eat,
give,
drink,
kiss,
seek.
practice.
Okay, any questions on any of those?
No.
All right, so part E is kind of like in the other book, it's listen, write the E or the I. And so let me get to the right part. Okay. Maybe and maybe not.
Page 190.
There we go.
Exercise E. Listen. Write E or I. 1. Give. 2. Knee. 3. Street. 4. Sick. 5. Feel. 6. Listen. 7. Sit. 8. Teeth. 9. Drink.
Okay. Do you need me to play it again?
No.
Okay. So I'm not sure if it's going to have you listen again and repeat on this. Let me see.
Page 191.
No,
Page
no.
1.
No. Okay. So Louisa, number 1, and spell it.
Give, G-I-B.
And one of the things about these words is that if there's one, it's going to be I. If there are 2 spaces, it's going to be the 2 E's. Okay, and so Nancy, number 2.
Ni, K, N, yeah, I. No, E, sorry, E.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, E.
Okay, and number 3, Louisa.
Street, S-T-R-E-E-T.
And number 4, Nancy.
Sick, S-I-C-K.
And number 5, Louisa.
Feel, F-E-E-L.
And number 6, Nancy.
Listen, L-I-S-T-E-N.
And number 7, Louisa.
Sit, S-I-T.
And number 8, Nancy.
T-E-E-T-H.
And number 9, Louisa.
Drink, D-R-I-N-K.
Okay, any questions on anything so far? All right, so then in part F, Nancy is going to say 3 of the words in part A, and Louisa, you're going to write them down in part F.
Okay. Number 1, sick, listen, drink.
Wait a minute, part A.
Part A, sorry.
I might not have said it, but that's what I meant.
Sorry. Okay. Knee, weak, feet.
Okay, Louisa, did you get the right ones? Okay, so now Louisa, you read 3 of them in part A, and Nancy's going to write them down.
Sleeps, street, field,
Sorry?
field.
Field.
Okay, now then, Nancy, in part C, you're reading 3 of the words in part C, and Louisa's writing them down in part G.
Okay. Sit, give, eat.
Okay, now Louisa, you read 3 of them, and Nancy will write them down in part G.
Sit, eat, and practice.
Okay, so now Nancy, you read your 6 words that you wrote down.
Sleep, street, feel, sit, eat, practice.
Okay, now Louisa, you read your 6 words.
Knee, weak, feet, sit, give, eat.
All right, now any questions? Well, we only have 3 minutes left. And on page 199 is a review of the body parts. So I think it would be easier to start with that next time. I'm not sure that we could finish it in 3 minutes.
Mhm.
But Louisa, do you have any questions about what I was saying about having 2 classes? One class would be this class, the intro level, and the other class would be the level 1.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so Nancy, do you have any questions about it?
No, when the day is the class is change the days or is the same day?
Well, if we had it the same day, we would have to change the time for one of them. So if we had this time for intro, we would have to have earlier for the level 1. Now we could change days.
Okay. Hmm.
So this is something we have to decide on exactly right now. But look, we're almost to unit 12. We have only 3 more pages to do to be unit 12. So it's getting really close.
Lisa, you continue the introduce liver or you move to the other liver?
The other 11.
Okay.
Okay, well then, what about Matthew?
He texts me and he says that he does not want to continue the class.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand that. I understood that you said something about texting, but it didn't register what about. Okay, so then if we go all to level 1, Nancy and Norma both have the level 1 book. Damaris is watching the videos, so I would need to get her the level 1 book. Larissa, do you have the level 1 book?
No.
Okay, so we would need to get you the level 1 book.
My aunt Norma gives the books to me when she comes to Colombia.
Okay, well, be sure to tell her that that's what you want, for her to bring that level 1. There are 2 books, just like on this, there are 2 books, and just let her know because she's coming pretty soon. I don't remember exactly when, but it's pretty soon. Okay, well, then that settles it as far as the when.
Okay.
Because it'll be this same time,
Okay.
and we'll just continue when we finish this book. We'll just start on the level 1 book. And Damaris is the only one. I don't know if you noticed, but in the WhatsApp for the intro, I asked, is anyone watching the videos, the recordings? And Damaris was the only one that came back to me and said that she is. So she would be the one I would need to be sure that she got the book. And if Louisa gets, make sure that Norma, your aunt, brings you the books, then that should take care of everybody. Because nobody else said that they were watching the videos or anything, the recordings. So that should take care of everything.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Wanda.
Well, you're welcome. The thing of it is, I felt like Matthew really needed to go back to the beginning of this book, but everyone else kind of could go on. And I think Damaris can go on too. So she's the only one that looks like that I need to contact and make sure that she has the books. And actually, she lives right here in Springfield where I live. I don't remember if I have her address or not, but I can get in touch with her and we can work it all out. So, all right then. But you see how it took a long time to really get it all figured out. So I didn't want us to end up at the end of Unit 12 and then start trying to figure it out. So I think maybe we've got it organized and it'll all work out. So you have a good week.
Thank you, you too.
And I'll see you then next week. And my understanding is that we're going to continue through June. We're not going to have a class in July and then start again in August. And if I remember correctly, it's going to be like August 1st is the first Monday in August. Yeah, August 1st would be the first Monday in August.
Okay.
So, all right. And see, by talking, we've got it figured out. If we don't talk about it, we're not going to figure anything out. So thank you very much. And I hope that you got a lot out of the lesson, and we'll see you then next week.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mrs. Wanda. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye, Lisa. Lisa, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
See you this Monday.
Bye.